So it is week 5 after my surgery and my stent is still in. What? They told me when I was leaving the hospital that after 4 weeks the stent would be removed. So I've been waiting nearly 5 weeks now for a letter about my appointment and I still haven't got any. It's really annoying because I need to pee, or I feel like I need to pee all the freaking time. I need to get the stent out. Like I just need it to come out. It even says on my discharge letter that in 4 weeks it's getting removed. So I decided to call up the hospital and just see, because maybe, you know, the letter got lost in the post or something. So I called up, and first of all, if you call up a hospital, you get to a switchboard and then they take you to one department, then they take you to another department. And I just got pinged from pillar to post for about 5 minutes, and I eventually got to the right place. And I asked them about like when my appointment was, and they didn't know. They didn't have me on record of being on the waiting list or anything. What? Like the hospital was supposed to arrange this for me, so, you know, I didn't have to do anything, but I was just calling up just to, you know, see where I was on the list. And I wasn't even on the list. They said that I needed a referral from the doctor, which he should have done that already. So they pinged me to like a consultant who I wasn't even working with, and he was wondering why I was even directed to him. But he said that he'd pass a message on to my urologist, and then they'll get me on the waiting list or get a referral to the waiting list. But then he said no one should have told you that it should have been 4 weeks, because apparently the waiting list is really long and they shouldn't have guaranteed that for me. So he said it could be like ages for my stent removal. So, I mean, that was annoying. So he just said like, yeah, leave it with me and we'll let you know. So I still have no fucking clue when I'm getting the stent out. That's awesome. Yeah, good old NHS, eh? Hopefully it'll be soon, but it could be up to like 6 months. I think a stent can stay in for like 6 months. So yeah, just have to wait and see on that one. So it's the day after I phoned the hospital about my stent and where I was, and they told me that I was not even on the waiting list, which was annoying. But I've just gotten a phone call saying that they have an appointment for me. What? I wasn't even on the waiting list yesterday, and now they have an appointment for me. I think they absolutely effed up and forgot about me, and so they fast-tracked me to get an appointment, because the appointment is next week, when I was told it could be months when I'm on the waiting list. So, I mean, they definitely fast-tracked me, but I don't care. I don't care, because I have a date. This thing is coming out of me on Monday, and I can finally stand up without needing to pee all the time. Like, that's amazing. I just have to like get through this week of work, because that's the worst thing. It's just the work, because that's when I have to stand up for 8 hours a day. At the weekends I can just sit down and it's fine. So a few more days of work to go, and then it's just Monday, it's coming out, and then I can be normal again. I can't wait. It's finally coming to an end. After this I should be okie dokie lemon cokey. Okay, so I am in the hospital. Yeah, I'm getting my stent out today, finally. I can't actually wait. It's gonna be so good to be able to stand up and not feel like I need to pee all the time. I do have my period, which is annoying. I don't know if that's gonna affect this at all, because obviously they have to go down there to go up through the keyhole to get the stent out. So hopefully it doesn't affect it. I have a tampon up there anyway, so nothing should actually come out during it, but I'll still be a bit self-conscious. But yeah, I'm so excited to get this out. I'm just a bit worried because it's a local anesthetic, so I'll be awake. I'd rather just be asleep. It only takes 15 minutes and I won't feel anything because obviously it's anesthetic, but it's just, I'd rather not be awake for it. But anyway, I'll just forget about that. Keep it in my head. Just not think about it. I'll try not to anyway. So we'll see how this goes. And it's out. It is gone. It is no longer up there. The stent is out. It ended up being quite alright actually. I said it to the nurse when we were walking down the hall, just say that I was on my period and will that affect the procedure at all. And she says no, it should be no problem. So it was fine. I was still a bit self-conscious about it just because there was two males in the room and I just, you know, you can see this little string coming out of my vagina from the tampon. But they didn't even comment on it or anything, so it was fine. Not that they would comment on it, but... So I was waiting for like an hour or two to actually go into the room, and straight away they got me onto the bed and they just told me which way to sit up. So I had to, it's kind of like if you get your smear test, what happens is that you just have to kind of put your knees up and just kind of spread them as well. So that was lovely, just exposing everyone to my vagina. So next the doctor was saying that he was just going to lube me up, which always sounds a bit weird when it's not in the context of sex. So they did that and it was just a bit like cold, but it was fine. And then suddenly they had this equipment and they were gonna, like, you know, shove it up. And I was kind of like, am I not getting an anesthetic for this? And he was like, you did just get it. It was the lube. I was like, oh, fair enough. You could have told me that. So they kind of show me the device. It's like this really, really skinny kind of wire. That's what it looks like. And it's got a camera on the top of it, just so they can obviously navigate their way up and grab the stent. And there's also a, you know, kind of like a grabber at the top of it. So one guy was controlling the camera and one guy was controlling the grabber. So yeah, that was weird. And they have like a screen, so I could see what they were doing as they were doing it. The first thing I saw was actually my own vagina. It did not look good on camera, I have to say. Let's just say I didn't really prepare to be on camera. So I watched it as it was going up and I saw the stent then eventually when it reached my bladder. And I saw the little claws grasp on it and yeah, and then they just pulled it out and it was a little bit like, ooh, that feels weird, but it wasn't sore and it wasn't like too horrible. It was just kind of like a weird feeling. So it was fine. And then when it was out and they kind of showed me it, it was long. Stents are long. I thought a stent would be like something like that because that's what the doctors were telling me when I was talking to them about this surgery. It's like, oh yeah, you'll have a wee stent, but it's not that small. It's big. It goes from your kidney to your bladder. It's, yeah. The doctor even said I could keep it. I was like, no, you're fine. I don't need it. And I thought it would be an instant thing that I would feel a relief and I wouldn't feel like I need to go to the toilet all the time. So after the procedure, I went to the toilet. They said I need to get some water out because they filled me with water, but I don't remember them doing that. But after I went to the toilet, I still needed to pee. And I was like, what? Are you serious? Am I not going to get rid of this? I started panicking. I'm kind of a worrier, so I thought, if it's not instant, what the hell am I, how long will I be stuck like this? So when I was getting discharged, I went into the nurse and I told her that I still feel like I need to pee all the time. And she says that's completely normal and it will probably be like that for the next 24 hours because obviously with the device going up into my bladder, it's irritated the bladder, which that's the sensation of you needing to pee all the time. And obviously when the stent was coming out, it irritated it as well. So she said it was perfectly normal, but it should be gone within 24 hours. So I was kind of like, thank God, that's a relief. I no longer feel the need to pee all the time. It is amazing. You don't really realize when you take things for granted, you don't realize how great you actually do have it until you've got a shit. So I'm delighted. Like it's just really, really great. And I do sometimes stop and think, it's like, I don't need to pee right now. This is amazing. It's such a weird thing, but yeah, I am delighted. So that's kind of it for my journey through surgery. I don't have any pain anymore. I don't have a stent. I'm done. I have drank large amount of liquids just to test out this new kidney, see if it works, and yeah, I don't have any pain anymore, no kidney pains or anything. So it has been a success, even though I did struggle. My boyfriend said that I was like the worst patient, but I got through it. It wasn't too bad, and now I can kind of have a better life, better quality of living. So it was a success. Thank you all for staying with me through this journey and watching it and supporting me. It's been really great and you've been all lovely. But that's the end of this wee little series. Hopefully I won't have to go through this again. But if I do, I'll most definitely document it, because it has been fun just keeping track of my progress and everything like that. It's been really interesting, and I hope you have enjoyed it as well. Bye guys.